Hey guys, it's Jonah here, back with another beer review, and yeah, I've been over at the Royston again. It was yesterday, and yeah, found out today that they haven't won, unfortunately, um, the Kent Pub of the Year. They got beaten by the Nelson Arms, so well done. But I still think the Royston is the best pub at the moment. Um, we have got this beer. I picked it up in the Royston actually. It's Polly's, as you might know from that sort of sign thing. It's called No Revisions. It says IPA or India Pale Ale at 6%, and this is meant to be an American style IPA. Due to and if you didn't know it was Polly's, there you go. It says on the other side of the can. Um, oh, is it going to focus? There we go. We've got Azaka, Citra, Galaxy, and Mosaic. And I think it's an old school West Coast. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see, dear viewer. But all the usual sort of crap on there. We've even got a QR code if you want to know more about Polly's. But I'm sure a lot of you have know about Polly's anyway. Really, really good brewing. I think if they're over, are they over in Wales? I'm pretty sure they're over that way. He says looking for the address, which I can't blooming see. That's no good. Right, I'm going to open this bad boy anyway. It's a big can as well. Hopefully it won't do anything to my trousers. No. Right, let me see. Got a thing up on Untapped on my other screen here, so I'm going to click on that. Yes, they are from Wales. I thought so. Flintshire. Wow, and I can smell that bad boy from here. Right, let's go for a pour. Okay, my mistake. This is not going to be a West Coast. I thought it would be for some reason. When someone says American Pale Ale or American IPA, I instantly think West Coast. And of course, this one is not West Coast. This is definitely East Coast. Here we go. One of those things. Oh my God, but I can tell you there is absolutely shed loads of hops in there. Yeah, and it is like a juicy bad boy. Oh, I should have said what the ingredients are. Now it's open, now it's empty, the can. I don't feel bad about tipping it over so much. Dong, dong, dong. Is it going to focus? There we go. So what do we got? We got malted barley, we've got oats, wheat, obviously the yeast, and a shed load of hops in there. There we go. I should have done this before. Polly's Brew Co, Holland Farm, Mould, Flintshire. There we go. Come on. Right, let's dive into this. It's just hop central. Lots of stone fruit in there, lots of green stuff as well. Some sort of, yeah, like nettle, maybe a hint of raspberry, to be honest, on the nose there. Who knows? If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. Please click like, leave a comment down below, and all that kind of jazz. We'll dive into this bad boy. Look at that. The head has vanished already. I was going to do a head check, but it was well under a finger's head, wasn't it? Wow. Yeah. Zesty. The citrus definitely there. There's that nettle kind of thing. Then it's very creamy as well. But weirdly, it's not a thick beer. I thought that was going to be quite kind of milkshakey, quite a thick one. But no, the body itself is actually quite thin, but because of the wheats and oats, very, very creamy. So this one is definitely new school. I don't know why I said that it was going to be a West Coast. I just thought it might be. You know what I thought it was? It was that on there, the school locker kind of motif on the can, which I think is quite cool. It definitely looks like a schools out kind of thing. Um, and that said to me West Coast. I don't know why, but it did. I should have opened the can first, dear viewer. What have we got? Lingering, lingering, lingering. To be honest, the aftertaste is kind of very generic, kind of green, like citra kind of stuff. Like I say, that green, that hedgerow, hint of nettle. The fruits that I was getting on the nose a little bit, not so much. Obviously, it's got mosaic in it, and I was thinking, okay, there's going to be some tropical fruits in there. Mm, not too much. A little bit, but not too much. And there's a little bit sort of more stony, fruity kind of thing in there. But it's, I would say, it's greenery over everything else. Let's see if that changes through when I'm drinking this. Wow. No, real thick hedgerow, green, grass. And then when the creaminess kicks in, only then am I getting some gentle kind of tropical fruit there, perhaps stone fruit a little bit too, things like dates, that kind of thing. And it's really weird because there's so much hop in here. I was expecting there to be more. Um, this is just a heavy hopped citra beer, to be honest, and not too much else. Let me know down in the comments if you think differently, but this is what I'm getting. It's just like another, unfortunately, it's just like another generic kind of new school IPA. That's, oh wow, it's cloudy. Oh, they're all cloudy these days. Um, but taste wise, I was expecting something else. Yeah, not so impressed with that, to be perfectly honest. It's a good beer, don't get me wrong. Easy drinking, goes down pretty well for a 6% beer, which is good in the UK because IPAs seem to start these days at like 4%, and they shouldn't, especially American ones. 6%, definitely. Um, but yeah, that thickness, that use of the oat, I think is probably um, in the majority there from looking at that. But yeah, I was expecting more flavour, expecting more taste. And it's just a little bit generic, to be honest, which was a real shame because, as I say, I picked this up in the Royston the other day, um, and it was like £6 or something, I think, for a can. I mean, it's a big can, that's pretty good, good beer, but yeah, meh, bit disappointed. It was that or another one of the kind of hazy beer. Sorry, the sour beers, sort of tart beers, and that one I had the other day knocked me for six. I don't know if you read the thing, but my God, it had so much fruit sugar in. I literally had a diabetic like coma. I fell on the ground and I lay there for half an hour going. I wasn't drunk. I was just feeling. I had a hypo. Do you know what I mean? It was absolutely nuts. Um, and that is not going to happen with this because although there's a reasonable amount of sweetness in there, it's not too sweet, and the bitterness of the hops, because of the amount of hops in there, it really packs a punch. So they've left it a little bit sweet just to balance that out, but it is not a pastry beer, put it that way. Um, cool. Let's finish this one off, and you guys can get on your way. Yeah, just a bit meh, to be perfectly honest. Let's have a look on Foam Watch, shall we? Um, we definitely have some lines here. A nice thick line there, another one there, and another one up there. I'm trying to look to see if there's any sort of creatures and stuff that I can make out in Head Watch, in Foam Watch, whatever we're calling it. Nothing really that stands out, apart from it looking like a sort of metal deathcore band name with all this kind of crazy writing. They should have paid more attention at school, dear viewers, and then they'll be able to write properly. This has been a little bit disappointing, but when you're drinking a large can of a 6% beer, life is good, really, isn't it? So there we go. That's the no revisions India Pale Ale, even though it's not going to focus. There we go. India Pale Ale at 6% on the ABV, and that one's coming to you from Polly's. Oh, look, there's another hop. I just noticed Strata as well. So Azaka, Citra, Galaxy, Mosaic, and Strata. Unfortunately, they all mold into one kind of generic kind of green hoppage in that beer. You live and learn, dear viewer. Anyway, if you agree or disagree, meet me in the comments down below. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and Uncle Jonna will return with another beer review, and that's coming real soon.